I'm trying my best to understand the arcade game. I'm participating in the tournament. I heard this warehouse is for sale. I'm thinking about buying it for Magnificent 7. I think a new coat of paint is in order, and probably some art on the walls. But after that, it'll make a decent team house. What do you think? As long as you include a guest bedroom for me to crash in occasionally. Oh, a bedroom for you, Hunter? I'm sure I can let you crash as much as you'd like. Space is limited, though. I don't mind cuddling up with you. Oh, snap! Oh, ooh. Hunter winks at me, and I can feel my cheeks burning. Oh, my jokes are backfiring in the best possible way. I've only dreamed you could spend an afternoon cuddled close. I mean, I'm shipping these two things with Locksley. I'm keeping my options open. Nothing has been made official yet. Locksley hasn't. I don't think Locksley's actively flirted with me yet. But Hunter, he's actually making moves. Hunter's actually making moves. So I mean, if Locksley's doesn't be careful, I might get swept up before he has a chance. So he might not want to dilly-dally assuming he's interested too. And for now, that's exactly where they'll stay as I try to regain composure. Relax, I'm just messing with ya. And then it hits me. It's just Hunter. I don't see any of his teammates skulking around, mocking people, and ruining things like they did not so long ago at Good Clean Fun. Interesting that the best team in the league isn't here right now. Did you not get the invitation? Nah, P2W didn't. Coach said we shouldn't focus on such small-time tournaments and set our sights higher. And yet, you're here and not with your team. I'm not married to them, Angel Arts. I do get free time, you know. And where I go and what I do in my free time is my business, not theirs. Fair enough. Seeing as how it's a bit of a touchy subject for him, I move to something else. So, Power Stone. Hunter cocks an eyebrow suspiciously. You seem good at it. Are you challenging me to a money match? Is that what you're trying to ask? I accept. Hunter pulls out a $100 bill from his pocket and raises it above his head. Let's go, you and me, in front of everyone. I'm not challenging you for money, Hunter. I haven't even played this game. Why would I put down a hundo when I know I'm going to lose? Obviously, it's for the thrill, Angel Arts. I'm not stupid. The excitement to get to play again alongside me. I don't know, I can get a lot of excitement doing something else alongside you. He smiles wickedly at me, taunting me and enthralling me at the same time. That smile. It makes me melt having all of Hunter's attention on me. I can feel my extremities heat and pray I'm keeping it cool on the outside. This is getting kind of spicy. I'm surprised. I mean, really, I like Locksley a lot, but Hunter's romance is getting up there for me. The enjoyment of having me dominate you. Oh, snap, that was on purpose. My face instantly flushes, and in seeing my reaction, Hunter merely laughs in response. Fine, it seems we'll have to save the money match for another day. Hunter takes the $100 bill and places it back in his pocket. I'm very jealous of that money in his back pocket right now. I've avoided a humiliating loss from my rival this time around, but that still doesn't stop my curiosity about this whole ordeal. How long have you been playing? Do you know all these people? What exactly is a stone of power and how do I wield it? Slow down there, Inquisitor. I can't keep up with all those questions. Where do we even begin? Hunter takes a moment's pause, reflecting on his memories. I've been playing it since I was a kid. It was my first competitive arcade game. It's what brought me here, to the world of arcades. I feel a little sheepish, being an adult and never having seriously gone into an arcade until Good Clean Fun. I would spend the entirety of my allowance at arcades. I even stole money from the swear jar so I could play longer. I started out by playing my favorite characters, trying to learn their moves, and eventually I beat the game. But that first victory wasn't enough. Hunter holds his forehead in his head. No, I craved more. Even as a kid I knew, from that moment, this was my new life. This was the life I chose. I know that Hunter can be a bit sassy and playful with me, but I've never seen him talk like this. I let him continue, uninterrupted. I left a life where no one cared about me. The arcade gave me a renewed reason to live. Hunter pauses abruptly as a wave of nervousness crosses his brows, realizing he might have overshared with me. Not a second more passes before he's back to his normal lighthearted demeanor. He swings his arm out, gesturing towards the people behind him. This is my family. I've grown up around these people. I've made friends here, friends that will last me a lifetime. These bonds are thicker than blood. It's been one community I come back to time and time again. They've always welcomed me. That's why I'm here. So, now you know my business, Angel Arts. Please, what I've told you. And as I'm about to respond, Hey Hunter, we're up! Another one of Hunter's friends shows up. If you spend half as much time practicing as you do flirting with cuties like him, you'd actually have a chance against me. Hunter shoots me a pleading look before turning away from me. A smile replaces the mournful face as he begins chatting with his friend. I like this. I like being able to hang out and bond with my rival. I'm glad we got that moment. I'm surprised that Hunter opened up to me like that. I certainly wasn't expecting that. It means he likes you. I'm glad that Hunter shared with me. Honestly, I don't know how to take all of this. I will keep Hunter's secret safe. I'm glad that Hunter shared with me. I'm happy that Hunter feels comfortable enough to talk about these things. It reminds me that even though we're rivals, we're first and foremost friends. I hope that he continues to trust me and know that I'll keep this information to myself. A very loud cheer from the Power Stone cabinet interrupts my thoughts, and I'm reminded that I should be getting back to my own tournament. I glance back once, watching my rival cheering happily against his family, and then I leave, amongst his family. Attention, Angelots and Domino, to the tournament area for your next challenge. This is it, our first round. Fortunately, this matchup is pretty pathetic. A couple long casuals who got in by being friends with Hamza. We trounced them easily. Thankfully, unlike L7, it's all handshakes and smiles after. They were here just for the fun of it, and win or lose, they got what they wanted. Even if I'm glad I won, instead of losing. That's nice. Anyway, time for a break before the next round. Where to next? Yeah, let's go. I mean, 2 is better than 1, and I get to hang out more with Hamza. Rhapsody is chatting with Hamza near the main stage. Plus, I don't really get to talk to Rhapsody much. I never thought an arcade tournament would be this busy. And even though Domino prepped me for it on the ride over, it's just... there's so much going on all the time. Luckily for me, all announcements and Hamza's speeches are made over a loudspeaker system, so it makes it easy to know exactly where and when to report for my next match. I'd be hopelessly lost without it. And as if on cue, I hear the melodious voice of Hamza booming from above. Hello, esteemed guests. Cree! I'm pretty sure the scratching sound and shrill feedback cry that follows, causing us all to wince in pain, were not according to plan, nor the ominous silence afterwards. Well, that can't be good. My eyes scan over the warehouse, and they stop when I note Hamza and Rhapsody fiddling with speakers near the main stage. They both look very concerned. Maybe I could help them out, or at least find out what's going on. I'll wander over them to investigate.
Hamza cannot entertain his guests if the sound system isn't working. How will we know where to go? How will we stay on track? Above all, how are they to hear the dulcet tones of Hamza's voice?
I know, right?
I will not have my guests think Hamza cannot run a simple event without proper sound. My name shall not become besmirched by such technical matters.
That's not a good look.
Please, there's no need to exaggerate, Hamza. Your name won't be besmirched. I have plenty of tournaments without a loudspeaker. It just requires a bit more work from your tournament organizers is all. Plus, I'm sure we can have this up and running for our finals. That's most important anyway. That is, if you stop looming over me. I lean into the conversation, making myself known. Sounds like you're having problems. Nailed it. Oh, hey, Angel Arts. Yeah, nice pun. You probably heard it, but the speakers just went on the fritz and now they won't turn on. I'd like to get these working again ASAP, otherwise we'll have a pretty lackluster finale. Angel Arts, you may not be aware of this, but lackluster mustn't ever be a component of Hamza's hashtag aesthetic. That is not the way. I could have easily guessed that. It is imperative this is put right again. Hamza is known as the fire that always burns in the FOD2 community. Really?
Nah.
Not really. Well, I should be. I possess the keen sense to gaze deep within the FOD2 community and find what devotion lurks within. Hamza yearns to keep it aflame. Clearing their throat, Rhapsody hopes to change the topic at hand. Can I have your eyes on this, Angel Arts? You're the resident PC pro. You might have a better idea what's going on. Rhapsody motions for me to come in close. I squat down next to them to study the pile of computer gear. In return, Rhapsody scoots in closer to me. In hushed tones, Rhapsody explains. I actually think I got the speakers issues covered. It's more of the Hamza issue I need help with. I cock an eyebrow in response. Don't get me wrong, Hamza's a wonderful human. Couldn't ask for a better host for a tournament, but he's got the gift of gab, and I really need some time to focus. Do you mind just distracting him for me? I need like 5 minutes and I'll have this back online. It doesn't sound like I have much of a choice. Oh, you do. It's just a matter of how you do it. As I stand up, I decide just how I'm going to bend Hamza's ear. Hamza, let's go on a date. I challenge you to a match date in FOD2. Let's talk. I have some questions for you. Let's go on a date. What do you say? You, me, a date? A date, you say? Hamza pauses, brings a hand to his chin, stroking his beard in contemplation. What I meant was, we could just get some coffee or something? Or we could forget I ever suggested such a preposterous idea. No, it's a brilliant idea. It is? I mean, of course it is. Hamza claps his hands together, and a person instantly rushes over. Assistant, coffee, now! One of Hamza's legion of behind-the-scenes assistants gives a quick nod and scurries off, silent as a ninja. Tournaments like these are quick to diminish the soul's energy tank. How perceptive that you could see Hamza was in much need of a pick-me-up. Yeah, that's me. I'm a helper. In record time, the assistant returns carrying a blanket, 2 sitting pillows, a thermos, and 2 coffee cups. He shakes out the blanket once before laying it upon the warehouse floor. The pillows follow, with coffee supplies arranged in perfect picnic fashion. No one turns their head in their confusion. No one questions it. No eyes batted. I can only assume that stuff like this is the norm when Hamza's around. Yeah, 100%. Angel Arts, come. Sit with Hamza. I oblige and we sit. Hamza pours me a cup of hot coffee. I grasp it with 2 hands and take in the bitter scent, waking up my senses. Thank you? It is nothing, but I sense you would like to engage in conversation with me. Hamza gives you his full attention. Okay, well, do you hold events like this all the time? As much as Hamza can. It is my passion to bring so many hearts together under one roof, at one time, beating for the same reason. Can you not feel the electricity in the air? The hype here is pretty palpable, yes. Does it not taste of victory? Well, I'm certainly hoping it will in the short run, if we can win here, if we can make this happen. My words falter to find an adequate response, but it reminds me of the stakes at hand. It's a pretty beefy prize, isn't it? Getting a brand new deluxe FOD2 cab is just as wildly expensive as a cruise.
To answer this question requires me to ask one of you first.
Sure.
Good. Share with Hamza. What will my ambitious new friend do if this tournament becomes the crucible that forges your victory?
I'll be happy. I'll be proud of myself and my team. It will boost my confidence in myself. It's not only my win, it's our win. Obviously, a solidifying victory here would bring us recognition in the community, which would benefit not only myself, but the whole team. And with the FOD2 cabs, that'll mean twice as much learning and practicing, lifting us up and bringing us closer to our dream of winning. Which is exactly what we need after today's events. Hamza nods slightly at my response.
Since you have answered from the heart, I shall tell you something from mine. A mere monetary reward for winning is not befitting of the competitive spirit. Hamza's prizes are gifts. Gifts to inspire, to share, to learn from.
I'm liking where this is going.
If one gift can ignite the flame within the heart, if one gift can bring people together, there is no better reward than that.
I agree.
Hamza travels far and wide, all over the world, to find rare and exquisite gifts. It is important to find treasures to share with the esports community, for that is what keeps history and tradition alive. It inspires those within this world of pixels and joysticks to fight for what they cherish. And that inspiration, that is the true reward for Hamza. A reward shared with others. If Hamza can be the spark that lights one's fire, then Hamza will be satisfied.
I sip my coffee as I take a moment to reflect on Hamza's words. And as I relax into my cushion, there's a loud voice overhead. Testing, testing? Oh, hey, we're back. Will Hamza and Angel Arts please report to the main stage? I repeat, Hamza and Angel Arts, come to the main stage. Huzzah! Oh, Angel Arts, the tournament is saved! What a glorious day indeed. Yes, thanks for the date. We both stand up, moving away from the blanket. I'm relieved. We should probably get back to Rhapsody, right? But what about all of this? I gesture to the picnic in the middle of the floor. Worry not, Angel Arts. My friendly assistants will clean it up for us. You see, it is done. What's done? And as I glance back to the picnic set, I can't help but notice it has completely vanished in the time it took for me to ask that question. Wait, how? Let us depart. And we make our way back to the main stage. Rhapsody smiles warmly at our approach. Hail, Rhapsody, whose euphoric voice is only matched by their sheer intelligence. Nonsense.
Thanks.
Anyway, nice work. Rhapsody places a friendly hand on my shoulder. I'm going to prepare for finals. And, Angel Arts, I better see you up on that stage. Rhapsody sneaks away into a crowd of gamers, leaving me alone with Hamza. Hamza must return to announcing as well. But before we part, let me impart these words of wisdom. Victory will never equate to happiness. With a flamboyant whoosh of his colorful cape, he turns from me and waltzes back to the main stage. And I'm left alone. Weird note to end on, but I should go get ready for the next match too. Attention, Angel Arts and then Domino to the tournament area for your next challenge. Round 2 is a bit harder, an up-and-coming esports team just like us, but it's still a solid victory thanks to Domino's skill. The opposing team was visibly disappointed to lose, and I can sympathize with that. No one likes losing. Break time before round 3. Who is to visit next? Now here's where I'm torn, because I like both Jinx and Grace. But if I had to choose between these two, I'd go for Grace. I think we have a little bit more in common, interest-wise. It's tricky trying to track down Grace amidst all the gathered gamers. Mazes of wooden crates and arcade cabinets block every possible line of sight I could have used. Let me see. Where would she be in this mess? Maybe I could deduce and work backward from that conclusion. Are there any arcade role-playing games? Is that a thing? There's just so much I don't know about arcade culture. But if I'm looking for the arcade equivalent of a slower-paced, logic-driven experience, maybe a puzzle game? And the beeps and boops of sliding blocks draw me to a relatively uncrowded corner of a warehouse, where Grace is happily tapping a joystick, smiling away. Ah, here you are.
Hello.
Oh, Angel Arts, hi. Check it out, I've actually got Tetris, the Grandmaster 4? And it's even got the thankfully uncopyrightable Russian folk music the series is known for. Thankful. I like that. Thankfully uncopyrightable.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing? Yes? Ah, right, you're still a newbie. Well, and this is a particularly deep bit of nerdy love. TGM4 never made it past its prototype stage. They lost the license to the original game. I'm amazed there's a prototype in this place. Although I wouldn't be surprised to find, like the Ark of the Covenant or Polybius or some other legendary lost item in this place. It's kinda creepy, isn't it? Pretty sure the only real danger here is a crate falling on your head. I've been trying not to actually look up to avoid thinking about that. Back to talking about game lore. The rights to Tetris are kind of, well, complicated. Like seriously wildly confusing, Cold War drenched in complication. But I've always loved the Grandmaster series. They're the most intensely difficult arcade puzzlers ever made, in my opinion. RPGs are kind of like tactical games, so it makes sense. You love a thinking challenge. A 4th Tetris game? Surely they're running out of things to tris by now. What's next? Hatris? Is there a side tournament here for puzzles? I bet I could wipe the floor with the competition. I'm gonna be funny. How can there be 4 Tetris games? I mean, it's literally the same game, again and again. Or are they trissing random objects now? What's next? Hatris? Facetris?
What?
Both of those are actual games. Not very good ones, but, well, you can still do a lot with Tetris. New presentation styles, new multiplayer elements, things like that. Or heck, just bring it forward to new hardware. Not everybody has an original Game Boy like I do. True, I know it's a pain in the butt to play older computer games on modern operating systems. I guess sequelizing even a simple game makes sense. So, how's the tournament going thus so far? Are you and Domino kicking all the butts? Pretty good so far, we're still in the running.
That's wonderful.
Hey, that's great. Who knows, maybe you'll actually make it to the finals. Not sure I dig how astonished she sounds at her current level of success. Hey, have you seen Jinx yet? I spotted this game and just sorta got sucked into it. I lost track of her in the process. She's over at the other opposite side of the building. I hope she's okay. This isn't really her scene, and I haven't seen anywhere she could comfortably sit down. Would you mind checking in with her at some point tonight, just to be sure everything's good? If I've got time, sure. I'm thinking I can squeeze in some social activity between rounds. Not a lot of it, but no, I'm pretty sure that ship has sailed. It's okay. If you don't have time, I can go find her. Once I'm done with this game, I mean. Lost momentarily in thought, Grace slips up for exactly 23 milliseconds and the game is suddenly over.
Aww.
Oh, poop. Oh, wow. That went from good to bad in the blink of an eye. How the heck can you play so fast? I mean, I'm speedy with the keyboard, but I'm not that speedy. She steps away from the game for now, to chat. Well, how do you get to Carnegie Hall? Practice, practice, practice? Exactly. It's like any skill. You just need to do it. Do it until you can do it to the best of your ability. FOD2 is the same way. I mean, that's how I see things anyway. Like I said, I don't care much about the competition. I'm just trying to play with friends and raise my skill level. That's the challenge I'm looking for. If I can help a friend improve their skills and they help me in turn, well, that's a great feeling, you know? We're all in this together. We are all in this together. Let Zapford and Locksley hog the glory. Jinx and I, we're in it for self-improvement. Hey, I want some of the glory too, don't give it all to them. I can follow the logic, it's just you and the game. It must be oddly charming. So, which is Domino, glory or challenge? And Domino, which one is he, glory or challenge? I'm not sure he falls neatly into either. I'm not entirely sure why he's into it. But he's into it, so I guess everything works out. Honestly, I worry about Domino. I worry about all my friends, in one way or another, and I'm glad you do too. I know we've more or less just met, but I've got a good feeling about you. I'll do my best to keep that good feeling justified then. I've always loved single-player games, puzzlers, RPGs, platformers, long-form narrative games like visual novels, of course. The kind of experiences you can actually only get on game consoles. That's why I'm not even sure that's why I'm not quite the arcade junkie as the rest of the Magnificent Seven. But that's okay. It takes all types to make up a good team. Diverse viewpoints, diverse ideas, even if sometimes they come into conflict, like earlier today. Yeah, I noticed you were really anxious when that happened. I'll do my best to make Magnificent Seven an anxiety-free environment for you, Grace. And I appreciate that, even if, honestly, confrontations are inevitable. People disagree, it's the nature of humanity, and sometimes it gets heated. But, well,
I don't like confrontation.
my natural instinct is to go and hide until the shouting ends. Years of experience, I guess. But let's not talk about that, I just want to have some fun tonight, you know? Not dig up old messes. Okay, but if you do want to talk about it, I'll talk with it a lot with Jinx. But like I said, diverse viewpoints, diverse ideas, we can chat too. Angel Arts, they're going to announce the next round soon. You should get ready. If only so you have time to find your way in this maze of games. Right. Thanks, Iris. Good luck. Knock 'em dead. In a figurative sense, of course. Yeah, already enough ghosts to talk to... There are already enough ghosts in this place, I think. Attention, Angel Arts and Domino, to the tournament area for the semi-finals. Our third round is against a pretty famous team, actually. Wicked Prodigies, who were huge during the FOD1 days. That one was an intense fight, to be sure. Domino and I barely squeaked out a win. But a win is a win. That puts us on track to the grand finals. And because the universe has a deep-rooted sense of irony, from the look of the brackets, our opponents will be Chad and Lance from L7 Gaming. Great. Oh, great. Grand finals will be starting in 30 minutes. Steel yourselves for this challenge, competitors. It's going to take Hamza and his crew some time to set up for the pomp and spectacle for the finale. Time to reduce some stress. Actually, hang on, where did Domino get off to? He was just here a second ago, but I got distracted by the announcement. Dude moves like a cat, I swear. He's part of this team, and a friend. I should probably hang out with him for more than, like, the actual matches. He's honestly felt a little bit distant all night, just showing up for each round, kicking some butt and wandering off. Time to wander after him. Yeah, what's going on, Domino? It takes a moment to track him down because he'd snuck away from the area of the warehouse demarcated for the tournament, up into the catwalks above all the chaos. I find him leaving against a window, looking into the distance across the city, adrift in one thought or another. Hey.
Hey there.
Oh, hey. What's up? You haven't said much during any of the rounds. And is that a problem? We've been kicking A, that's why I'm here, yes? We're both there. Dude, if I just wanted a partner that plays perfectly, I could have wired Iris up to the game. I just want to make sure everything's okay. I know you hate that question, but it's important. If you don't feel like talking, I can leave you be. Whatever you need in the moment. I just want to make sure everything's okay. I like to make sure everything's okay with you. Yes, I know that you hate being asked that. It's a loaded question, but it's a valid one, right? You're more than a player on the team. You're a friend. And I like helping my friends when they need help, even if you don't want to talk. I'd like to be here for you if you want me here. I'll be there for you if you're there for me too. It'd be easy to tell you to beat it, yes. I don't want to talk. Go away, I'm fine. I'll figure things out, don't worry about me.
Maybe, possibly.
Maybe I could talk. Maybe if you want to talk to someone like me, okay, let's talk. Okay, so what's on your mind? L7. Those two turds over there from earlier? Not them in specific, more them in general. Their mere existence, the existence of them and people like them. There's a toxic river of sludge running through the world, and people like Chad and Lance are making money windsurfing through it all for funsies. And that in turn kicked me off on a more general sense of malaise at the current state of everything in modern city society. So I ducked out, found a nice quiet spot to reorganize my thoughts, and despite the respite, I'm failing miserably at positivity. Heavy stuff, I know, but hey, you wanted the sordid specifics. Happy now? I don't mind at all, I can lift a heavy load. You ever want me to bear a burden? Go ahead. Less happy and more righteously annoyed, like you are, I suspect. I asked you answer. There's something to be said for painful honesty. Huh. Okay. I asked, you answered. There's something to be said about for painful honesty. Yeah, hey, I did ask, and you answered. It's honest, even if it's a painful honesty, and I'm okay with that. No regrets, just roll with it. I say, roll with it and adapt.
That's curious.
A very plain yogurt kind of philosophy. But I can appreciate it. Adaptation is not one of my strong suits. I admire anyone who can actually embrace perpetual change. Let's have a working example. Why not? Domino gestures to the neon cityscapes, advertising pulsing into the night, office windows still lit by late-night workaholics, window shades glowing, and evening lamps in apartments. It's quite a sight, to be honest. I have a terrible view from my little apartment myself. Seeing it from up here is something else entirely. Tell me, what do you see? No wrong answers. Don't predict what you want me to hear. Just be honest and clear. What do you see? It's the city doing city things. I'm amazed anybody actually sleeps given its perpetual activity. A million different stories, each behind their own windows. Neighbors and neighborhoods. One living place. Just the usual chaos and mayhem that comes with packing millions of people into a tiny concrete box. A window. I'll pick this one. I see everyone, all of us together. The city is a million stories from a million people, all hoping and reaching for their futures. I'd like to think of the city as one big neighborhood, even if it's not technically drawn up that way. We're all here in this place, alive and kicking. Very idealistic. And yeah, I like that. I really like that idea. The concept of being together in all this. Even if I can't feel it. Domino takes a long breath, a deep sigh with a ragged edge to it.
What I see is madness. Right now, I'd bet dollars to donuts someone's getting mugged. Probably a couple simultaneous muggings if we're leaning on pure statistics. 101 domestic disputes are going down. Couples are worried when the next paycheck will come and whether it'll be enough to put food on the table.
I'm sure there's that too.
Living in this city is madness. It's a wonder it doesn't drive more people to despair. So, that's what's on my brain meats at the moment. The despair of the modern age.
All very legit points, though.
In that swirling miasma, L7 are more of a symptom than a cause. And as for the cure, hell if I know. Maybe there isn't one. Or maybe I should just get back down there and virtually punch more dudes. Maybe I should stop all this crybaby whining and worrying and get with the program. Right, Coach? Be a man, go play the sports ball.
Be a man, you must be swift as a coursing river, with all the force of a great typhoon.
What do you think?
I can barely scrape two thoughts together after getting buried underneath an avalanche of Domino's anxieties. Honestly, I'm still getting to know him. I'm not sure what I can realistically say that would be of any help whatsoever. He gave me a weird vibe when we first met, and that really hasn't changed. If you need to duck out of the tournament, I'll understand. As your friend, I want to support you. Sound good? Domino, I care for you. I want you to be happy, and if playing these silly games isn't making you happy, we can leave together. I'm not flirting with him, because if anything, the only characters that I'm interested in romantically are Hunter and Locksley. Locksley and Hunter, in no particular order. If you need to duck out of the tournament, I'll understand. As your friend, I want to support you. Sound good? I may be the teen cat herder, but that doesn't make me your boss or your parent. It makes me your friend. And as your friend, I want you to do what makes you happiest. I've been out of sorts since the run-in with L7, just going through the motions playing this game. This is not me complaining. This is me trying to make sure you're doing right by your mental health. So if being here now isn't helping you, you should head home. I want you to know that nobody will hold it against you. You understand, Domino? Okay? He looks a bit taken aback, surprised at how readily I've accepted the situation. I want to support the team. No, I want to support my friends. Maybe I'm not a joyous ball of sunshine right now, but giving up and conceding defeat to the L7s of the world, I don't want to feel like giving up. Angel Arts, I'm with you to the bitter end. This is important to me. Important to all of us. He pulls away from his slouching, leaning against the wall, forcing himself to adapt a stern posture, to fake the confidence until he can make it for real. Fake it till you make it. I'm not giving up. Are you? Nope. I'm sorry. Nope. Really? Where's your burning spirit? Where's the clenched fist around the throat of L7?